Summer is here in Paris, and along with the particularly intense heat this year, summer also brings with it, of course, a lot of tourism. Paris is one of the most visited cities in the world, with some 50 million tourists exploring the French capital every year. And a very select few of them are lucky enough to go on a very exclusive private tour with my guest today on Entre Nous, Maud Hacker. Maud, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's such a delight to be here with you.
So you are the founder of Les Visites de Mode, which provides bespoke tours to a very high-end clientele. Tell us a bit more about your background and what inspired you to create these highly personalized luxury tours.
Well, I am an art historian, so I'm an expert on Paris. I was trained at the Sorbonne University and the École du Louvre. I am a big fan of Paris. I created more than 100 tours across different topics. So I'm talking about art, history, French culture. So I work in Paris and in France.
So many of the people that you work with, your clients, could visit the Eiffel Tower or the Louvre on their own. They could go with other tour operators. There's many of them in Paris. What makes your experiences so unique?
I provide luxury tours, so my goal is not to show the typical Paris. I like to go a little bit deeper. So over the 20 years, I designed more than 100 different experiences. So I like to read the magazine, watch movies. I'm very inspired by the books, so every story can become, specific and unique experience.
And I know you always get a personal brief for each client. You've created some really unique experiences over the years. What have been some of the most unusual or the most fun?
The most fun. There is a lot to say in Paris. So I think to bring authenticity, it's important to listen for my clients. So for each guest, I take a lot of time to listen for what are the about Paris, what are their lifestyle and what they want to see, and then I adjust and adapt. So I study a lot, and then I like to share all my knowledge.
And is there one experience or a moment that perhaps guests still mention to you years later that was really just incredible?
A few of them, so it's impossible to sum up. But I would say recently I created tea time, Marie Antoinette tea time. So with a wonderful team that was done for a luxury palace in Paris. So we had a team with, costume maker, makeup artist. We had a wig artist. We designed a dress, and the client, she bought the dress.
So she basically made herself Marie Antoinette for a day.
Exactly.
A ballpark. How much does that cost?
It's priceless, I would say.
Priceless. I'm sure.
My experiences, it's between 1,000 to, I can tell, because I'm able to privatize the Louvre Museum. So what I want to provide, it's a very exclusive and luxury experiences, so places that they are not open to the public.
Of course. And if you can have someone make you look like Marie Antoinette for a day, why not? Not everyone, of course, can book a luxury private tour. What's one mistake you see perhaps first-time visitors making when they come to Paris?
The biggest mistake for me is to try to check off, all the places. And most of the tourists, they run from the Eiffel Tower to the Louvre, to the Arch of Triumph, to the Orsay Museum, and they don't take the time. So my best advice would be, slow down and enjoy the city, because Paris has so much to offer.
Is there something you would suggest to people that they should do that's completely free in Paris?
Yeah, my best advice would be, if you want to enjoy, a masterpiece like a painting by Monet or Renoir, you should go in an art gallery or see the exhibit before, themselves in auction houses. That's the best way, to approach a piece, and you're not disturbed by, the noise and the people and the crowd. And I have to say that the Louvre Museum, it's a must-see, of course, but Paris, we have more than 137 museums, it's 300 theaters and a lot of art galleries. So there is many ways to enjoy the city in a total different perspective.
Going to auction houses, that's a wonderful idea. Is there a neighborhood that you would recommend to people, or somewhere you wish more tourists would explore?
Yeah, my favorite area in Paris is Le Palais Royal. It has everything I love. So, beautiful garden. I love the niche and designers' boutiques, so not Dior and Chanel, but more exclusive little shops. I love the garden, I love the archives, I love the elegance of the architecture. And if you have more time, I would recommend, the Beach Chaumont, the park. It's so green and so peaceful, and we have this little district above, just after the park, called the Mousaya, with a lot of charming houses, colorful little streets. So you will discover something different from Paris.
But just before you go, you've been doing this a long time. Have you noticed that travelers' expectations have changed over the years when it comes to Paris?
Tourism has dramatically changed. The biggest challenge today it's over tourism. So when I started 20 years ago, we have been welcoming 70,000 millions of visitors in France. Today it's over 102 million. So when you visit the Louvre, you're surrounded by a lot of people. So this is why I specialized in privatization. So I provide tours before openings or after opening, and you can visit the Louvre, on the day of closure. This is on Tuesday, and also propose, visits at the Sainte-Chapelle, the Conciergerie. I can privatize the towers of Notre-Dame de Paris. So, yeah.
It's wonderful. I'm sure discovering all those places all by yourself with you must be wonderful. Maud, thank you so much for coming on the set.
Thank you.
You are the founder of Les Visites de Mode that does bespoke tours to very high-end clientele in Paris. Thank you for sharing some of your secrets with us on Entre Nous.
Thank you so much.
So don't forget, if you want to get a closer look at some of the other Entre Nous that we've done for you here on France 24, you can always check them out on our website. That address is france24.com.